Hi, and welcome back to the Shit Show. I hope you guys are doing well. We absolutely encourage you to make commentary at the bottom of our videos and help us with
coming help us help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me help you. Name that movie. Name that movie. Comment below. Maybe there's a prize at the end.
There might be.
Show us. That's what everybody else does. I'm just saying because I've seen enough YouTube videos and I'm supposed to offer a prize. Sorry.
Oh, so we're going through our cards again, and the item on here is talking about priorities. I'm curious what direction we can go in.
Priorities, prioritization. Mm-hmm. So this would qualify underneath what, like, in the way I go in my head right off, and it's not it. I'm already going a million other directions, but how one prioritizes anything, how one prioritizes their position, somebody else's position, mm-hmm. A movement, a value. Mm-hmm. That all is broken down into prioritization, where I think people end up feeling not good, that like something's off, is they've had a mismatch in priority, often wise, or they've had a conflict of priority,
or they feel they are not the priority from their spouse or their loved one.
Going directly into relationship, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh. I'll throw it back out there because I'm kind of curious as to what parts of the conversations matter to people that happen to listen to the 24 of you that have, or whatever, like what mm-hmm. do you think? Because I look at what's the priority of the political message, right? Is the priority that it's my message, or is there priority that we're together? And you can't talk mm-hmm. out of both sides of your mouth and say, no, I want to be combined with you, but only if I get what I want. Mm-hmm. And so I just throwing that out there because, like I said last time, I like politics and I think about relationship and politics a mm-hmm. lot.
Yeah.
So throw it out there.
Well, in a relationship, thinking about priority, and it's sometimes very difficult to figure out individual priority, the other priority, and then what's the priority of the relationship. And then you're also looking at problem solving versus relationship, because those things are two very different things. What is the content versus what is the process that is happening, and what is the priority? A lot of times what we deal with in couples counseling is prioritizing finding the procedural mm-hmm. problem, which may be the underlining themes that are happening that are causing the issues with the content that is there in front of you. For example, mm-hmm. people are motivated and triggered by their greatest fear, which is procedural.
Speaking in front of people?
Go ahead. Speaking in front of people, exactly.
Conquering fear.
And so the trigger happens is I am going to fail mm-hmm. when I'm speaking in front of people. And so this is the process that I go through. I think and feel and behave in a certain way because I believe that when I fail, that I will not be approved of, or somehow I'll be looked at as less than. Mm-hmm. And so then the behaviors that go then with that are I will defend myself by behaving in a certain way, mm-hmm. which in relationship, it's good to see this process that people go through to know and understand that the process is happening and it's the process that is the problem rather than the person. Mm-hmm. So I am triggered by my greatest fear, and then I'm going through this process, and it has nothing to do with you as far as my spouse, as my friend, as my colleague, as my supervisor, my supervisee. And if we know and understand this sort of thing that goes on between two people, then we can greater embrace what is going on in front of us, which goes on totally with what we just talked about as far as the help me understand. Mm-hmm. Help me understand why you are doing what it is that you're doing right now, because it is outside of what makes sense with the content that is here presently going on. You're reacting and responding to me very angry or upset. Absolutely. And all I said was, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah. So internally, the perception, that's where thinking and feeling comes in. You had said something along the way that I think reflects, and I think it's important when you're looking at prioritization, and oftentimes what we'll present inside a session is that I have my priority, you have your priority, we have these relational rules that exist, mm-hmm. or we don't. More mm-hmm. oftentimes than not, we really mm-hmm. haven't talked about the rules of our relationship and what isn't or isn't okay. Mm-hmm. And there's a conflict of priority.
Yeah.
And so am I prioritizing my individual priority, or am I prioritizing the relationship? You know, and so when you look at that idea, where's the stance? Where's the where's the stance of your priority? Where are you standing here? Are you standing over here?
Mm-hmm.
Individual, relational,
Mm-hmm.
like which one are you going to choose to make the priority?
Mm-hmm.
And what will happen oftentimes is you'll see an individual prioritize their own individual self.
Yes.
And then that's where it goes in tit for tat. Well, you did that. So you went out with your friends last week and you came home and you were hammered. Mm-hmm. And you got mad at me this week for doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. Neither one of us were putting the relationship in priority, or maybe we were, because I'm not saying it's not okay to go out with your friends and have a great time as long as you're mm-hmm. respecting other rules of the relationship. Go mm-hmm. have fun, mm-hmm. right? Topics mm-hmm. come up in your head. Yeah, we need to start jotting down. So, yeah. But I mean, the priority. Where is your priority, and from what position are you judging that priority? I think is a good way to look at that.
Mm-hmm. I think what we're talking about is looking for understanding rather than solution.
That's universally what we've been talking about through every one of our video. Uh-huh. Help me understand. Like, understanding is key. Don't judge it, understand it. Instead, like, it's real. We're very judgy. We all judge. It just is. Mm-hmm. And so how fiercely you judge, maybe put yourself in check on that. Mm-hmm. And how much are you really trying to understand somebody else? Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's
call to action, people. Call to action. Don't judge.
People don't mind being judged. They mind being judged negatively.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. I want to be judged positively. I want to know that you.
I know. I want a compliment.
I want to know that
I want you to tell me that we're doing a good job.
We are. We talked about how genius we are. Then we have to be doing a good job. Sorry, I think I'm hilarious sometimes. But
you are.
I do have a client, so this was a short one, but I have a client.
Okay, thanks, guys. Let us know your comments. Amy.